Hello everyone, and welcome back to one of Let's Plays, the show where I show off games that I wouldn't make an actual LP of because it would be rather boring and things. And here today I am showing off one of the first Super Nintendo games, I believe, in Europe that came out. You can correct me if I'm wrong about that in the comments below. F-Zero, in other words, Formula Zero. And that, as this is basically a racing game. Well, with it being called that, you would have thought that, wouldn't you? But let's just get stuck into the game, shall we, by trying out Grand Prix. I don't see why not. We're given 4 vehicles and things, but I'm just gonna be the Blue Falcon, you know, because I'm Captain Falcon and things, because everybody knows of the famous Falcon Punch and stuff like that. So let's just familiarize ourselves with it and all that. And all that, I say that a lot, don't I, and things. But yes, this, what you are seeing right here, is a game released in 1991. Yes, this isn't actually a modern game or anything like that. This is for the Super Nintendo, and this came out in 1991 using this thing called the Super... oh wait, no, not the Super FX chip, sorry. Using this thing called Mode 7, which means that basically instead of seeing things, you know, in a 2D perspective, like, you know, Super Mario Brothers and things, it looked like a sort of illusion where you were going around in 3D, like you are now, you know? You're in this futuristic race car, going at these fast speeds and all that, looking really cool and things, and accelerating and all that. So this definitely showed off what the Super Nintendo could do right from the start, you know, with this happening and things. I mean, they went from the NES to this. That's pretty impressive and things. And you can get this game on quite a lot of things. You can pick it up on the Super Nintendo, you know, if you have an original console of things. But you can also get this on the Wii Virtual Console. So, you know, you can always, like, get a card or use your credit card to pick it up on there. But also, it is available for the Wii U Virtual Console. So if you have a Wii U, you can even pick it up on there if you like. I guess I'm giving you just some pointless information, because you probably know this already. But that leads me onto a story, actually. I have a lot of copies of this game by freaking accident. Because what happened is, in case you weren't aware, Nintendo, I believe, in 2013, around spring or so, for people who bought the Wii U and they already had it, you know, of the eShop and things, because this was like, you know, 3 to 4 months of the Wii U being around and things, they gave out this promotion in celebration for the NES, I believe, or I don't know what it was for actually. It was promotion for something that they said in Nintendo Direct and things. And what they did is they gave out around 10, was it 10? I can't remember the number or so, but they gave out a certain number of games on the eShop for people who had a Wii U for, wait for it, 30p. 30p for these games. Now that's pretty impressive and all, but the part that confused me was this. Given the fact that on the Nintendo Direct they were talking about it and things, but I swear that they said for a trial version. In other words, you pay 30p just to try it out. And I thought, oh, that seems pretty cool and things. So I had a look at it and things, and the first one out of the whole bunch of them was Balloon Fight. But I didn't really see the need to get it, given the fact that I got it for free on my 3DS for, you know, being an early 3DS owner, and getting the free 3DS Ambassador games and things like that. So I didn't really see the need to get Balloon Fight, considering it was also a trial version. One of my other friends, though, LT Kenyon, Luke basically, got it on the Wii U as well, given the fact that he loves Balloon Fight and it's one of his favourite NES games, I believe. And, you know, it's lasted for a while until the other game came out. But one thing me and Luke noticed was the fact that after the new game came out, he still had the game, like it didn't expire. So really, Nintendo were giving you these free games, not free games, so they were giving you all these games for 30p. And there were some really good ones on one of them, and the next one after that, believe it or not, was F-Zero. So I thought, good God, I'm gonna get a blooming eShop card and buy this, you know? I can get F-Zero for the Super Nintendo in 720 1080 HD on the Wii U for 30p. That's like the price, you know, of a little chocolate Freddo bar. And all that. And they also had other games coming out too. I managed to get Super Mario World for 30p, and Super Metroid for 30p, and Punch-Out for 30p. You know, all these Super Nintendo and NES games that came out you could get for 30p. It was ridiculous, and given the fact that we thought they were just trial versions is weird. It's just strange, you know. I mean, usually when they say a price is coming out, you think, oh, okay, like, I don't know, £2 cut down it and all that. But no, the actual price of the Super Nintendo games are £8. And 30p, it's ridiculous, you know, but god damn, was it good. You could pick up, like, around 3 to 4 NES or SNES games for £1. That was a really, really good deal. If anything, that was probably the best deal Nintendo has ever done, really. Because, you know, it was like that with the 3DS, given the fact that they gave away them for free, but given the fact that you only had to pay 30p for them was amazing. But the part that annoyed me the most about it all was, the fact that even though I paid 30p for it and things, what was it? I originally got F-Zero, I believe, on, wait, how do I word this? Oh yeah, because of me owning F-Zero for 30p and that, I was able to put it also on my Wii, you know, on the Wii side of things, on the Wii U, pretty much for £1 and all, because, you know, you have to pay £1 to transfer it and things, so I'm like, oh, okay, cool, so I can have it as, like, a form of backup and things. But, on top of that, I also managed to get another freaking version of F-Zero. And how was that? One of my family members, and that just one time in Easter, I believe, just gave me a Super Nintendo, like, out of nowhere. I was chatting about retro systems and things, and for some reason it just so happened that one of my family members had a Super Nintendo. And he said that I could borrow it. In fact, I'm still borrowing it now, I believe. And it came with all these games, around like, what, 9 of them, I believe, that, you know, he had growing up and things. And one of them just so happened to be F-Zero for the Super Nintendo. So, basically, let's just say this. I have F-Zero on my Wii U that works on the gamepad and things, F-Zero on my Wii as an alternative, and F-Zero on the original thing itself, boxed and everything. It's ridiculous, you know, of how many copies I've got of this game. And it wasn't even, you know, intentional. I just thought, okay, I've got F-Zero, that's good. But, you know, I could have not even had to pay 30p and just got it for the original system itself, you know? And that is pretty freaking awesome and things. But still, that was a long discussion. It's already been 7 minutes, and I've just been rambling on about, you know, this. Talking about my story of getting this game and all. But yeah, F-Zero, talking about the actual game itself instead of my life. Racing game, you just gotta watch out what you're doing and things and drive forward. One thing I can suggest though is when you get to the corners and things, if you let go of the accelerator and then, you know, just sort of do a skid, you can sort of drift. Kind of drift, I don't know, I just call it a skid or something, because it's not really drifting, it's in doing the handbrake. You're pretty much just leaning your whole vehicle forward like you're on MotoGP or something. But yeah, that's the tactic to it, really. I'm just going to be playing this for a couple of minutes, just probably clearing the first cup, I believe, as you do have other cups as well. And this may look easy, but first time, yeah, the controls, what the hell was that? The controls are quite difficult to begin with, but you do later get adapted to it once you realise that, you know, letting go of the accelerator and pressing L or R causes you to drift and things. It's you know, practice makes perfect on this kind of thing. Kind of like, you know, when you play a Tony Hawk's game, when you play it you're like, what on earth, what am I supposed to do here? How am I supposed to do that? But after a while, you just get used to the control. It looks ridiculous at first, but then you're just like, oh, okay, it's not that bad. That's if you try, that is. But still, I love me some F-Zero though. The F-Zero series has more games as well, I believe, as well as coming out in 1991 for the, ooh, what the hell's going on there? As well as coming out in 1991 for the Super Nintendo, there was also F-Zero X for the N64, which I own as well. I may show that off actually in one of my one-off Let's Plays, given the fact that, you know, F-Zero is just not really a game that I would LP. You race. What is there to talk about? The next track, you race. You watch out for obstacles, you're still racing the same vehicles, you race. When I do Let's Plays, I like to talk about things that are different throughout the game. It's pointless just playing the same thing every episode, because it's just going to get boring to watch, you know? But F-Zero X for the N64, it was a lot more advanced than this actually. It had some tracks from this that were remade, you know, in 3D because of N64 and things and stuff like that. But it had more computers to race because I believe there's only 4 races in this. I know there's orange cars and that going by, but really those ones are only just obstacles and that get in your way. I don't know, there must be just normal traffic. Maybe this must be the main road or something that we're racing on and stuff like that, but still. I also really love the soundtrack to the Super Nintendo for F-Zero. Goodness me, even though this was like one of the first games that came out for the system, except Japan got Super Mario World first, and Super Mario World came out in America and blew in Europe for goddamn ages after that. Yeah, sorry about that, a bit of a quick interruption there and things. And I forgot what I was talking about, great. Oh fine, let's just talk about something different then and things. As you get later through the levels and things in this game, even though it's just racing, they do actually get more difficult. Like this one here, you probably can't see it or anything because I'm travelling so goddamn fast. I mean, if you look at it, I'm travelling at 400 to 500 kilometers an hour, which is ridiculous. Your face would completely tear off if you were driving at that speed. But there's like a strong wind that's blowing us around and things, and I'm actually moving left and right. So that way, you know, I don't like go off course or anything and hit stuff, because you actually have a power meter, and if you hit, you know, what I hit just there, you'll notice that the power meter goes down. If that completely depletes, your vehicle literally blows up. I'm not joking, it literally just blows up, and it's quite a scary thing to happen, really. I mean, given the fact that you're travelling, you know, at that fast speed, and to just see your character just blow up into smithereens, it's pretty weird. And also, oh goodness, he gave me a bump, did he? But you can restore your power by, you know, going through that bar there. It's pretty much, this is why, you know, just it'll be boring to talk about with an LP. You just race. It's too fast as to what's going on and things. And, you know, it's just nice to do a one-off of it instead. Considering the fact that, you know, the later cups, like the Night League, I believe it's called. I don't know what the names are particularly and all, but one of them's called that, and they get very difficult. And not only that, but you also get beginner mode, medium mode, and hard mode, you know? That's probably not what they're called or anything, but still, goodness me, he nearly caught up to me then, because I just missed that speed booster. I mean, look at that. He's really behind me. Even after going through all that speed, you know, you're still going to fail if you're not careful and things. And now we're on my favourite course, Silence, mainly because of the shortcuts, because even though you're just racing on a linear track, you can actually find ways to take shortcuts and things to make it a lot easier for you. Not to mention that with the OST, this is actually my favourite song in the game. Don't know why. It's simple, yes, but catchy and things, and I just approve of it a lot. Like that shortcut there, if you know that, you could just basically just storm ahead and things and then just get the fast lap and stuff like that. Because, with Silence, I don't know. I just like the look of it, and I like the fact that you can do silly little shortcuts by just, you know, jumping pretty much halfway across the course. There are glitches that you can do in this, but I am really not the pro at those. If you want to see that, look at a speedrunner. I am no speedrunner when it comes to this game. I am just an average player who likes to play F-Zero. Because I actually played this a lot when I first got this for the Wii U, as blimmin' hell was it fun. Actually, no, wait, no, I remember now. I got this for the Virtual Console on that, I believe, and then I ported it over to my Wii U, I think. I can't remember and all, but I do remember I played the Wii U version the most on the gamepad. Given the fact, you know, it's F-Zero, but 720 to 1080 HD. What's not to like, you know? And of course, because of me recording this live, I am screwing up, yes. I'm not doing post-commentary on this. I don't really like doing that now, to be honest. Whenever I play a game, I just like to play it live and just have a good time talking, you know, about it and things, just live, just like I'm talking to a friend or something like that, I guess. But still. Let's see if I can get ahead this time and actually concentrate on what I'm doing. Usually I do a lot better on this, but like I say, I'm talking. When you're talking, it puts you off quite a bit in things. Whereas if I'm just silent, like now. Notice how I'm just doing a lot better in things? I don't know, but I'm not really bothered by it, as, I don't know, it's just fun. I like to do things that way. Also, wow, he is right in front of me, and this is our final lap. I've really got to not screw this up. as oh godness, I would like to place first on every single one to make this a whole lot easier for myself, given the fact that that yellow car there is very annoying. Because I swear on every one that thing catches up to you. Like, he doesn't really give you a break, that yellow car. Especially in the later ones as well. To be honest, just, it depends what kind of car you're racing in, I guess. That depends what kind of car. Well, car, whatever you want to call it, a blue futuristic spaceship thing, will catch up to you. But yeah, that is, the first cup, I believe. As now we're going to be shown, like, this different perspective of the car zooming round and things. It looks really cool. And this must have looked very impressive back in 1991. Though now I can imagine one of my family members who saw this for the first time back then must have been impressed. But still. Yeah. And that's it really, you just race around, just, you know, just like any racer, place first or second or third and just qualify and win. Win, unlock the next cup and then move on to that and things, but still. Anyway, yeah, I've had a fun time playing this. This has been one of Let's Plays of F-Zero for the Super Nintendo. Quite a fun racer, challenging, and the controls are a bit slippery, but you get used to them really quick, I find. Although I haven't really got used to the controls in Super Mario Kart, because I don't actually own that, I just played that around my friends once. And it's not a bad game. And here are our results. Like, this is probably what most people did back then, I guess. I mean, to have fun on this game, to make the most of it, it was mainly just keep racing and get better and better, you know, at the tracks. And then just winning everything, really. You can also have practice mode if you want to practice on some stages. Like White Land, with that frickin' jump. Ugh. Anyway, yes. Take care, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this one-off Let's Play of F-Zero. Buy it if you like the look of it. And I'll see you in the next one. And I'll be sure to cover F-Zero X as well, as that's also another cool F-Zero game. See you guys.